While there's a big focus of keeping students safe inside schools, there's now a growing concern about keeping students safe on their way to school, especially those who rely on public transit like the TTC.
I bought a skateboard, so I think when it's warmer, I'll be skating. And then when it gets colder, I'm not really sure what I'll do. My parents, they can't really drive me since I have other siblings. And also, like, taking Uber or Lyft will be really expensive.
This grade 12 student used to take the TTC to school, but now she, along with her friend, won't be.
Being confined spaces, I wouldn't really feel safe traveling with, the amount of people that there are, and it will be very busy.
The TTC says they anticipate it will get a lot busier for transit come September. They are currently working with school boards to come up with a game plan.
In a normal year, we see a ridership bump of around 9 or 10% from August to September, and that's largely due to students and people going back to work, of course. But we typically see about 140, 150,000 students riding the TTC in a normal year. Right now, we have about 45 operators who took what's called voluntary layoff. So they'll be coming back on September 8th, probably as early as September 6th, just to get them trained up and ready to go back to work.
Another big concern, people still not wearing masks while on transit.
I have taken it myself once or twice, and I know that people do not wear their masks properly. So I would not want my children to be exposed to any possibility of getting the virus.
Even though the TTC made masks mandatory back in July, there are still some people not wearing it. The province has stated those with a medical condition do not have to wear one, but some fear riders may use that excuse as a loophole to avoid a face covering. The TTC says, according to a recent audit, 95% of riders are wearing a mask, stressing the importance of this since physical distancing is often impossible on certain bus routes and trains.
Our approach has been education over enforcement. So we're out there, we've got 1 million masks that we've been giving away. When we see someone without a mask, we'll approach them and say, hey, do you need a mask? Here's one, we've got one for you.
Toronto Public Health is encouraging students to walk and bike to school whenever possible, but have listed a number of recommendations for those using transit, including using your elbow or arm to push buttons and open doors. Also, avoiding lineups at Presto refill stations by loading money onto your Presto card online or using their app. Still, some parents rather take the role of bus driver to limit the risk.
I will have to do lots of, back and forth.
So what's that like for you? Is that tough?
Well, it's very tough because it means that I work less during the day, so I will have to catch up after they go to bed.
As for school buses, the Toronto District School Board says all students must wear a mask, and those who can't, because of a medical condition, must let their principals know or the transportation department. Also, seating will be assigned on school buses.